Guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Shreeya and in today's video I'm going to talk about my favorites of the year 2021 and 2020 as well, as I did not need a video on my favorites of 2020. So I'm going to include both of those in today's video. So let's get on with the video. Also, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and now let's start. Talk about this product in the order that I apply it on my face, and the first step that I do is primers, obviously, and I have two primers, actually three primers. The first one is PAC Pro Primer. I think I have mentioned this one before, but this is still a staple of mine. I have used it a lot. Like you can see, I have like squeezed the tube so much. There's hardly anything remaining now. So yeah, I really love this primer in the year of 2020 as well as 2021, and I have been using this one since like a longest of time. This is my second refill of it, and I love this primer, and I'm definitely repurchasing this one. Second primer I have is the Maybelline Master Prime Mattifying Primer. This one is sadly discontinued, I think, but this is like a transparent gel-like consistency. The PAC one is more pore filling, while this is more hydrating as well as a little pore blurring, texture blurring kind of primer. I absolutely love it for my textured area as well as my dry skin, so it kind of tackles both the situations in one primer. So I really love this one. I'm sorry if I'm running through the reviews because these are not the detailed reviews video and I have a lot of products to go through, so that's why I'm just going to talk about like the key points why I love them and then move on. Okay, the third primer I have is from a brand that I was so excited for when it launched in India, and I had to get my hands on it. Like I ordered it the day this brand launched. I'm talking about the e.l.f. Putty Poreless primer. This is how it looks like, and if you can see, I have used so much of it, and trust me, you do not need a lot. You literally need very small amount of it to apply on your texture, and it also hydrates. Again, it's very similar to the Maybelline primer, but this is more hydrating than the Maybelline one, I feel. So I really love this one, and if you have like texture on your skin, it definitely helps with that as well. So I love it. Take a sip of water every time I say love in this video, and I'm sure by the end of this video you're going to be so hydrated. Next we have foundations, and I obviously love my PAC HD foundation and as well as the MAC foundation till now. Like I use those a lot, but apart from that I also use some new launch foundation. The first foundation I have is the K Beauty Hydrating Foundation. I'm in the shade 125Y, but I could also go for 120Y because this is a little orangish and little teensy bit dark on me. I'm wearing it on my face today, and I have been wearing it for 7+ hours now, and it's still making my skin feel not dry. By this time, if I'm wearing any other foundation, my skin generally feels more dry, but this one, even in the winter season, it's not making my skin feel dry. So if you have normal to dry skin, this one is the foundation for you. If you have oily skin, I'm not sure how well this will work for you, but for dry and normal skin, like combination normal and dry skin, this one is a very good foundation. This foundation has medium coverage, like sheer to medium coverage. It does not has full coverage, and you have to really build it up to get to the medium coverage as well. So if you're someone who prefers high coverage foundation, this is again not for you. The next foundation I have is again a new launch, and this is the Colorbar 24-hour weightless liquid foundation. This is how it looks like. It has 25 ml of product. I think the quantity is a little less than the other foundations, but that's fine. The coverage of this foundation is much more than the K Beauty one, I feel, and it's like medium to high coverage, and the K Beauty one is like sheer to medium to buildable coverage. It's not high coverage at all. This foundation again works very similarly to the K Beauty foundation. It's not completely matte, it's not completely hydrating, it's somewhere in between, and I think again normal to dry skin people will really enjoy this. Even if you have oily skin, you might enjoy it because it's not that hydrating as much as the K Beauty one, but it's really pretty on the skin. Like it feels like skin. Again, it does not make your skin look cakey or something like that. This foundation is a little more affordable than the K Beauty one, but they do have the same kind of shade range, like 20 to 24, I think. So you might be able to find your shade in this one. So the next foundation I'm going to talk about is for oily skin girls, and this one I actually tried in the month of November, and I have been using it so much since then. I'm talking about the Sugar Rage for Coverage 24 hours foundation, and I'm in the shade 20 Galao. In the Colorbar one, I use the shade FC 4.1, and this one I'm 20. Okay, and this foundation is more on the matte side. It's not hydrating, it's matte. But even if you have dry skin, it's not going to like exaggerate your texture, it's not going to cling to your dry patches, because generally matte foundations do that to my skin, but this one did not do that. So I really love this one, and it stays the longest. Like the staying power of this foundation is very similar to my MAC my MAC Studio Fix foundation, so that's why I really love it. And the undertone of this foundation is very warm, so I love that for me. The coverage of this foundation is medium to high. You can definitely get it to full glam high coverage, and I think it's very good for like the occasional wear, like functional wear, you can say. Next up we have concealers. I have like matte concealers and some creamy concealers, because with my techniques I generally prefer to use creamy concealers before my foundation and then matte concealers to highlight my under eyes. So I have creamy as well as matte concealer, so depending on your preference you can go for either of these. Let's talk about the two creamy concealers first. The first one obviously is the PAC Take Concealer. I have been using this one since 2019. I even got a backup of it now, and I love this concealer so much. It's very creamy, medium to high coverage, has really good warm undertones to it. It works for color correcting my dark circles and pigmentation, and that's why I really love it. If you're someone with dry under eyes and you cannot handle matte concealers on your under eyes, definitely check out this concealer. I think it's a bang for your buck, and it's under 500. It's 490 or something. They have like I think 14 or 15 shades, so the shade range is quite good as well, so you can definitely try your hands on this one. The next concealer is the one that I talked about in my recent video. If you haven't watched that, please go and watch it to see the concealer in application. I'm talking about the NYB concealer. I have fallen in love with this concealer since the Feb of 2021. Trust me, this is my third bottle. I have used 2 bottles already. I did ran out of it because I was using this so much. Even without foundation, I can just apply this and some powder and walk out of the door. This concealer has medium to high coverage, and it works wonder for my dark circles and hyperpigmentation. Like you guys know, I have the issue of hyperpigmentation and dark circles. And if you see my previous video, you can see this concealer in action, how it works. Like I use a shade 05 for color correcting, and then I recently got the shade 03 for like, you know, like it's like similar to my skin tone, so it will work for like brightening up my under eyes. Not exactly brightening up, but it's like a similar shade to my skin tone, so it's not like darker shade like this one. 05 is darker, but I really prefer it for color correcting my face. And the finish of this concealer, again I am saying it again and again because this is very creamy. Even if you apply it under your eyes for like 10-15 minutes, it's not going to get matte and not blend after that. I have definitely fallen in love with this concealer. If there was just one concealer I could keep from my whole collection, it would be this one. Next up we have some matte concealers. The first one is obviously the PAC Spotlight Concealer. This one I think I have already talked about on my channel. This has a matte finish, medium to full coverage. It's more on the full coverage side, so you do not need a lot. I have the shade 03. I recently bought 08, but if you see my previous video again, you will see that this concealer, like the shade 03 and 08 are very similar to each other. I'm not sure how, so just pick your shade carefully. But yeah, I really love this concealer. 03 and 08 both are kind of my highlighting shade. That one is 08 is more like just 2 shades deeper than this one, and this is like 3-4 shades lighter for my skin tone, so I really love it. Formula wise, I really love it. The shade, I wish they would have like given a better shade range, but yeah, I think they have again a lot of shades, but they have a lot of shades on the like the lighter side of the skin tone. But the formula of this concealer is really good, stays for a very long time. If I apply it on the NYB concealer and just like powder my face, it's going to stay put. Okay, anytime I'm doing my makeup, I have to use this concealer to highlight my under eye, especially if I'm going out for a very long day. This one, and there's one more concealer that I do love for like long days. Like if I have something long planned ahead, I have to use one of these concealer to highlight my under eyes, and they just make my base, like my under eyes, stay put. The other concealer that I was talking about is the Sugar Magic Wand Waterproof Concealer in 30 Choco Sino. This is like 1 or 2 shades lighter than my skin tone, and it works for highlighting, but it doesn't highlight my under eyes too much. And it again works wonders if you have like dry under eyes. This concealer again has medium to full coverage. I think the shade range is not that great. I think they just have 7 or 8 shades in this, which is not that great. At least the concealer should have 12 or 15 shades, I think. But yeah, the shade 30 works as a highlighting concealer for me. And also this concealer stays on for a very long time. If I have to go out for like again 10 or 12 hours, I'm not going to be home again, and I cannot touch up my makeup, like I cannot apply powder on my under eyes or something like that. This is the concealer, this one and the PAC one is the concealer I always opt for as my highlighting concealer, because it just makes my under eyes like stay put, like my under eye makeup stay put. The last matte concealer I have with me is the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer Matte Finish. This is not the hydrating one, this is the original matte finish one. I know a lot of people do not like it, and I also have heard that it oxidizes on some people. It did not oxidize on me. I use a shade medium warm and it works really well for me. Again, it's a highlighting shade for me, but it does not oxidize on me. It stays for a very long time. It has matte finish. If you have really dry under eyes, maybe it's not the best for you, because on the days that I feel my under eyes are too dehydrated because lack of hydration or something like that, I skip this concealer. But on the days when my under eyes are normal, like especially in the season of like summer or rainy season, my under eyes can definitely handle this one, and it works really well. It gives a beautiful highlighting finish to the under eye area, and I absolutely love it. Next up, let's talk about some cream products, because I do use cream products a lot on my face. Because I have dry skin, I generally tend to go towards more cream products than powder products. I do a top of my cream products with powder products, but very lightly. Like I do not apply them in a way that I need to set my cream products, but just to, you know, highlight them more. Okay, like enhance them more. So the two products that I have been completely floored by in the year of 2021, I think 2020 as well. Both of them are from Sugar. The first one is the Face Forward range products. I have the Face Forward highlighter stick and the Face Forward blush stick, and this is in the shade 03 Mauve Marvel, and this is in the shade 01 Champagne Champion. Both of them work really well. I have applied them on my face today as well, and they work so beautifully. They blend so beautifully. I never apply my cream products directly on my face. I usually just take it on the back of my hand and then apply it on my face, and that way they blend beautifully. They do not feel like, you know, tacky on the skin. They do set to a little bit of matte finish, not completely. If you have dry skin, they are going to feel hydrating for you. If you have oily skin, they might feel a little tacky for you. But for my dry skin, they work beautifully and they blend beautifully. They stay on for a very long time. If you are applying powder products on top of this, your powder products will definitely last for a very long time as well. And yeah, I really love these products. I love the cream contour stick from Sugar, like the Face Forward contour stick, but I generally do not use contour that much on my face. That's why I'm not showing it right now. I generally prefer using powder bronzers on my face rather than cream contours. So yeah, I'm showing just the blush and highlighter, which I do really use. The highlighter I've used so much till you will not say that I've used it. Like it doesn't even look like it has been used. You just need very tiny amount of the highlighter, and the blush you will say that I have used it because it has become like flat on the top, like it doesn't have the dome shape anymore. But you can see that it's well loved. Okay, and I generally use it a lot. If I'm not using my lipstick as my cream blush, like bullet lipstick as my cream blush, I generally am using this one. I have recently bought a lot of cream products, but I'm not sure if it's fair to include those in this video, because I've just been using them for last 2 months or something, and it's not fair to show that to you guys saying that I have been loving it in the year of 2021. Like, no, I have not been. Okay, now let's move on to the other cream product that I really love. It's a cream highlighter, actually, jelly highlighter. And it's again from Sugar. This is a Sugar Glow and Behold jelly highlighter. It's in the shade 01. Now this one, unlike the previous, like the Face Forward range, I think this one turns matte very quickly, so you have to blend it very quickly. That range, if you have like applied it on the back of your hand and then you are applying it on your face, it still works, like blends well. But this one, even if you're applying it on the back of your hand and then applying it on your face, or applying it directly on your face, you have to be very quick while blending it. So just keep that in mind. I use the shade 02 and 01 both, and I love the shade 01 more. Let me show you how it looks like. You might think there's not a lot of quantity in there, but trust me, I have been using this one since I think 1.5 years or something like that, and I have not run out of it. I do use it quite a lot and still have not run out of it, and I absolutely love this formula. If you want a highlighter that will not transfer, okay, the cream highlighters usually do transfer, but if you want a highlighter that will not transfer, even if you're wearing a mask, this is the highlighter you need to go for. Next up, let's move on to powders, because obviously after applying cream products on your face, you need to set it, right? Like you need to set your face, like under eyes, mouth area, anywhere that you please. And for powders, I have 3 powders to show you guys today, and I absolutely love all of them. All of them. The first one I think I have showed it on my channel before. This is the Sugar Powder Play Compact in banana, like banana variant. I also have the translucent variant. I love that a lot as well. But this one I love for brightening my under eyes, and you can see I have hit pan on it, so that should tell you how much I love this powder. I am definitely going to rebuy it again, because this should tell you. I don't generally run out of my powders, but if I have hit pan on my powder, you should know that I love it. I really love it. It does not give any flashback. It sits very beautifully on the skin. It does not give that heavy yellow tint as well. Like it's very light on the under eyes, so it's not going to give you a very obvious yellow hint. This powder does not give you coverage. It just gives you a brightening effect and sets the under eyes. And if you have like even deeper or dusky skin tone, you can use this. It does not give like flashback, or it does not look too bright on your under eyes. So definitely do check out this powder. I really love it, and I'm telling you, I do not use powders a lot, but if I'm hitting pan on some powder, that should tell you how much I love a powder. Next up, I have a compact powder, and this is the Elegant Pro Face HD Matte Pressed Powder. This is in the shade Nude Beige that it looks like. And again, if you can see, I'm not sure if it's visible, but I have almost like started to get the print of the pan. So I know I'm going to hit pan on this one very soon as well. And I'm in the shade Nude Beige, and if you have dry under eyes, definitely a must buy for you guys, because I feel generally powders, compact powders are very matte, so they make the under eyes feel more dry. And if you have dry under eyes, you need to be careful with a lot of powders. I'm telling you that with my personal experience. So this one will work for you if you have dry under eyes. Even if you don't have dry under eyes, trust me, this one will work, and they have good shade range, I think. So you can buy this one from HOK or Nykaa. I have the K Beauty HD Setting Loose Powder in the shade Banana. Like this is the variant. Now this one doesn't again has obvious yellow tones to it, and it has a mesh in it. So you will be able to control how much product you're getting on like your brush, and you just need to like dip your brush into it and the product comes out. And I have used this product again on like lot of skin tones, like deeper skin tones as well as like my skin tone. It works for everyone, okay? And this is that one powder that will work for every skin type as well as skin tone. The shade Banana especially. And the formula of this powder, obviously it does not has any coverage. It's like it has no coverage. It's just for setting your under eyes, but it does brightens up your under eyes a little bit like the Sugar one does. But I feel the Sugar one and the Illegal one, they don't last for more than 4 or 5 hours. I'll say you'll need to touch up again after 4 or 5 hours. This one, you don't need to touch. Once you apply it on your under eyes, you can just pack it, leave it at home, and forget about setting your under eyes. Your under eyes will stay in place till the time you come home. I have worn this powder for like 10 plus hours probably, and I did not need it touch up after that, even during summers. So that will tell you how much I love this powder and why I love it. Because to get a powder that long lasting, that's a miracle. Again, if I could keep just one powder in my collection and like leave other powders, I will just be able to use one powder for the rest of my life. This is going to be it. I will have no complaints. I will just live with this happily. Next up, let's move on to powder bronzers. I have 2 to show you guys. There's one more like the Benefit Hoola. I think you guys already know I love that one. I have used that one a lot. But more than that one, the one that I have used is the NYX Matte Bronzer. I have almost hit pan on it, but I think I have shown it in my previous videos. That's why I'm not showing it here. And the other 2 bronzers that I really love are these 2. The first one is the Sugar Contour de Force Mini Bronzer. Now this is cool toned, okay? This is not a bronzer, this is actually a contour product. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'm almost hitting a pan on this bronzer. Like I have used this one a lot, especially for nose contouring. This is the contour that I will go for, okay? And this is in the shade 01. They have 3 shades. The 03 variant will work for deeper to dusky skin tones. So if you have like deeper to dusky skin tone, go for that one. It's more neutral tone. The 02 variant is more warm tone, and 01 is like more what do you say, cool tone. Okay, and I really love the formula of this. bronzer. It blends beautifully, it's matte, and yeah, I really love it. It looks very natural on the skin. The next bronzer I have is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It's in the shade Deep Bronzer. I think this is the deepest shade and it will work for people up to NC 42, not about that. So that's really sad. They need to bring out some colors that will work for deeper skin tones as well. But the formula of this bronzer is really good. Like, it also comes with a mirror right here. When you apply this bronzer on your face, you get a tiny bit of shimmer particles on your face, but they are not at all that visible until unless you're going really close up on your face. And I feel it gives a beautiful glow to your face. It doesn't make it look too matte and flat. Also, this bronzer smells so good. Like, it smells like coconuts and beach, and like, I love the smell. Okay, just get that. And yeah, the formula of this bronzer again works really well. I have used this one so much, and yet I don't think I have hit like the pan. Just that the design, it has gotten disturbed, but there's no pan hitting on this one yet. But I really have used this one a lot and I absolutely love it. Next, we have some powder blushes. I don't generally use powder blushes a lot. There were just 2-3 that I have been obsessed with in the last like 2 years. The first one is the sugar one. That one I have already spoken about on my channel, so I'm not going to mention that right now. The second one is the Steak Worky one. This is again a very affordable blush. It's in the shade Coral Chic, and this it looks like. It's a very beautiful pink color. If you have deeper skin tone, it will work much better for you than it does on me, because it's a little deep, like it's a little darker pink, and I really prefer lighter pinks. I also have another shade in this range, which is it has a little bit more shimmers. This one is a matte variant, the Coral Chic one, and the other one I think Apricot Babe or something like that. That's more like shimmery blush, but it doesn't enhance this texture on your face, so I really love that one. I also love the Wetnwild blush, but again I have mentioned it in previous videos, that's why I'm not showing it in this video. This is the matte blush and it's very pigmented. Like, if you are going heavy handed with this blush, you will probably end up with like clown cheeks. So do not go with heavy hand. Just use it like very lightly on the brush and maybe tap it off on your hand and then apply it on your face. Okay, I have used this one as well on my face today, about the like sugar blush stick, and it works really well. Okay, again it stays for a really long time, and considering the price point, there's no argument. Okay, there's no argument. This is a very good blush. I've also been loving the Wet n Wild Mellow Wine shade. That's one of my favorite shade, one of my favorite blush, and I have been using it since such a long time. I think I've already mentioned in my previous videos, that's why I'm not showing it in today's video. But if you're a beginner, you can also go for that blush if you want a more nude shade. All of the products that I'm showing in today's video, if I run out of these products, I will already have backup of those. That's how much I love these products. The next blush I have is the Colorbar Cheek Illusion blush in the shade Earthy Touch. This is how it looks like. It's a very pretty nude blush. Okay, it's like a, as you can see, this is how the shade exactly looks like. It's a very soft nude brownie kind of blush. This is not a matte blush, and it has like kind of shimmer particles in it, like silver shimmer particles in it, but on the face it does not like shows up your texture more because of that reason. It's very similar to the, what do you say, the Physicians Formula bronzer, but that one I feel the shimmers are more tightly packed while these are more loosely packed. So when you're applying it on your face, the shimmers transfer very less on your face, so there's not like too much shimmer on your face. I'm definitely going to pick up 1 or 2 more shades from this range because I love the formula and it does stays on for a very long time. The only problem I think this blush has is that it is a little powdery, so if you are like dipping your brush very harshly into it, it's going to spread all over. So just make sure you just go in with a very light hand. But this is not a very pigmented blush like the Steak Worky one. Okay, this is a very soft blush, so you will not get a like loads on your face if you are going heavy handed, but you will get the dust like the cake pack, so don't go heavy handed. I love this blush, but I feel this blush has a little bit of flimsy packaging because the Steak Worky one is more sturdier than this one, I feel. And if you can see the packaging back on the back, it has already like scratches on it, while the Steak Worky one is like 150 or something and still is like looks brand new on the back. So yeah, I love the packaging of the Steak Worky one more than this one, but the formula of both of these are very good. Last two categories, highlighter and setting spray. Let's move on to setting spray first because I apply my setting spray before I apply my powder highlighter. So I have two setting sprays. The first one is the Gerard Cosmetics Lay All Day setting spray in the shade, in the variant Coconut. You can see how much I've used this. I love it. I will not say much more than that. I love it. It has fragrance in it, but it's so hydrating on the skin, especially in the winter or colder times when my skin is feeling too dry and dehydrated. This is the setting spray I will go for. It is so hydrating. Just the smell of it is very irritating to some people. There are some people love it and some people hate it. So I'm just telling you guys, it has very strong coconut smell. Take the smell of this one and multiply it by 10 times. Probably that's the smell of this one, but I don't mind the scent. It looks very pretty on my skin. I feel the scent is very refreshing as well, and I love the formula of this one. It's very hydrating. It's not a spray that you use for making your makeup last for long, but something that will make your skin look fresh and hydrated. Okay, next up I have a new setting spray, and again this is from Colorbar. This is the Colorbar Stay the Day Finishing Mist. If you can see, I'm not sure if it's visible, but this is where I am right now in the bottle, and I just got it in the year of 2021 and I use this one a lot. Now this is a spray that you apply on your face when you want your makeup to stay long, okay? Not just for hydration but to stay long, okay? But again, the packaging of this one, if you can see the scratches, just like the blush one. This setting spray has a very fine mister as well, like if you can see, it's very fine and does not has any smell. So if you're someone who does not want their setting sprays to have like smell or fragrance in it, this is the one to go for. And it's also going to make your makeup last for long, and it's not even that like crazy expensive like the Gerard one. Coming down to the last category of makeup, I have powder highlighters and I have two of them. First one I think I have mentioned in my previous videos, but I'm still showing it because I have hit pan on it now. And this is the Wetnwild Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. I am going to buy it again very soon because I've already hit pan on it. I have broken it as well, like the packaging is broken now. But if you can see, this is the first highlighter I have hit pan on right here, and I do use it quite a lot. Okay, the formula of this highlighter is so soft. This is the highlighter that I have on my face right now as well. If you can see, the glow is so pretty. It's buildable, okay? It's not like the bam crazy one go kind of glow. You need to build it up if you want that crazy glow, but in one stroke this is what I got, and I think it looks really nice. So the last product I have today, the last highlighter that I have today, is the Makeup Revolution Reloaded highlighter in the variant Raise the Bar. This is how it looks like. Okay, I used to love the Maybelline Master Chrome because it was very golden for my skin tone, and I love the golden glow that it gave me. But once I got this highlighter, I have almost stopped using the Maybelline Master Chrome. This is the one I go for. If you can see, this is just so beautiful. I picked this one during a sale for 350 or something like that, 350 or 400, and it is a steal deal. I tell you guys, this is very, very pigmented. Okay, the previous one, the Wet n Wild one, it's not this bang pigmented. So if you want a glow like we used to love doing in the year of 2017, 18, 19, I think, this is the highlighter to go for. This has a very good finish and it blends really well on the skin, lasts for a really long time. And guys, that was it for today's video. Those are all the base products that I really loved in the year of 2020 and 2021. The next part will include all the eyes, as well as I might fit in few lip products as well, so we'll not have to do 3-part series this year. But yeah, those are all the base products that I really loved in the year of 2020 and 2021. There are a lot of products in here, and I also have a lot more in my collection right now which I'm still testing. They are like not too much to use, that's why I did not show them in today's video. Even if I bought them in the year of 2021 or 20, I have not used them too much, and that's why they are not in today's video. But these products, I have used them. I completely approve them. So if you guys want to buy any of these products, definitely go ahead and place your order. You will not regret it. So with that, I am taking my leave for today, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know which was your favorite discovery for your base makeup in the year of 2020 or 2021. Completely up to you. I will really look forward to seeing some of your comments, and if I haven't used that product, I might just pick it. I've talked so much that I forgot how to do my outro. But yeah, I'm going to take a leave for now, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please, I'm taking a lot of efforts to keep this channel up and going. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, comment down below. Anything nice, I would love to see that. And yeah, I'm going to take a leave for now, and I really hope to see you guys in my next one. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.